Hi Aquarius, this will be your January 11th read. Sorry I'm so late with y'all read. So to not waste up no more time, let's go on and dive right into see what it is that the Holy Spirit needs for me to channel for you all. So Lord, what's above, let it be within and let it come without. And let it come out, not without. Damn, sorry. Lord, what does the Aquarius need to hear for January the 11th, 2021? Spirit, what does the Aquarius need to hear for January the 11th, 2021? What do they need to hear, Holy Spirit, for January the 11th, 2021? Inner child healing. So, power and intention. So, did someone just turn around? Okay, inner child healing. So, do some of you guys have inner child healing wounds that need to be healed? If some of you just have a stillborn child that was not your intentions, but possibly was within your power to control, was some of you not doing right by your prenatal vitamins? Are some of you going within yourselves to heal the past childhood you that's making you an authoritative person who does not have good intentions set out? Or are you bitter because of the loss of a child? Holy Spirit, what messages do you need, the divine messages you need from my Aquarius to hear January the 11th, 2021? Holy Spirit, what divine message? Harmony and resolution. So are some of you figuring out how to cope? Some of you are praying for stronger guidance to heal your inner child wounds and to have harmony and resolution. Some of you dream of this child too. And this child is actually your angel. So for those of you who've had a miscarriage or just had a stillborn and it didn't work out in your favor, I do send my condolences out to you. Holy Spirit, what other messages do you have for my Aquarius, January the 11th, 2021? Holy Spirit, what other divine messages? Listen deeply. For some of you, your intuition. For some of you, you probably is seeking counsel as a result and resolution to your problem. For some of you are seeking professional help to help you heal your inner child wounds. And for some of you, it's heartfelt. So you are listening very deeply to your counselor. For some of you, it may not even be a professional counselor. It could be a friend or a lover that is willing to hear you out and understand where you're coming from and why you have so much built up resentment. Holy Spirit, what other messages do you, are there any more divine messages that you have for my Aquarius, January 11th, 2021? Holy Spirit, is there any other messages that you have for my Aquarius that they need to hear for January the 11th, 2021? Sacred plan. Is this it, Holy Spirit? Is this all the messages they need to hear for January the 11th, Holy Spirit, for my Aquarius? Is this it, Holy Spirit? For some of you, for the child that you've lost, you're seeing signs of synchronicities about this. There is a sacred plan. So probably, possibly, some of you, for some of you, you're probably gonna end up having a, um, a reincarnation of the child. So it's like, you're gonna end up meeting that child again. Honesty and communication. So some of you need to be honest. That's going to also have harmony and resolution in the things it is that you're going through. Wow, y'all reading is bigger than Capricorn. Lord, is there any other divine messages that you have for my Aquarius for January the 11th, 2021? Are there any other messages that you have for my Aquarius on January the 11th, 2021? No? Okay. Healing energy. So for some of you, you could be healing energy. For some of you, it's even grace. And you take with even grace. So, yeah. Let's see. What does the divine have for you today? This is definitely bigger than Capricorn. So with that ease and grace, some of y'all possibly is dealing with the earth sign. For something, it was a learning experience for you all. So, and it had a sacred plan behind it. Excuse me, and the one that you're possibly meant to share it with will deeply, it will, it's like it's gonna deepen y'all bond to where it's gonna be heartfelt. Because if you see how he has his hand over his heart and how she's standing behind him, so maybe she's telling him something that is actually healing his heart, and that's the harmony and resolution within the situation because it's a sacred plan. Like possibly this person, has been through some trials and tribulation and has had their own learning experience to where now the divine is sending you. This was a divine sacred plan to send you this person to help you have harmony and solve your resolutions to your inner child wounds that you are suffering from. But you have to open up and have honesty communications with this person because you have to get grounded. So some of y'all aren't grounded. Some of y'all are not in tune with your higher self. Some of you all, this trauma bond has bound you for quite some time. It's had quite a hold on you. But the divine wants you to know that he has a sacred plan for you because all of this was building you up for your learning experience. But you have to have honest and clear communication. But you have to go about it with ease and grace, not all hostile and rude due to the fact of your inner child wound. Because God has a plan in store for you. I get the feeling that some of you all are really, it's like an eternal battle that you're going through. It's like possibly wearing a mask for the world to see as if everything is okay, but in real life it's something that you're not listening deep to, but you're about to because it's part of your learning experience. It's part of your sacred plan in order to help you be able to can ground yourself because someone's going to give you some open and honest communication that it is that you need in order for you to heal these inner child wounds. And then you'll be able to have your own harmony and, um, put a resolution to the problem. So, without further ado, let's see what the tarot has for you. Why is inner child healing here, Spirit? 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 Why is inner child? I see it. It's the moon. So it's something that it's something you don't want the world to see. Why is inner child healing? Right when I said it, it's something you've had this buried for quite some time, and the divine really wants you to let it out. It's as if like what it is you need to do. Possibly some of you all's manifestation is off. Maybe you're trying to manifest or you're praying to God to help you heal your inner child wound. You're praying to God to send you that someone that will listen to you deeply, and that is gonna give you that honest communication it is that you're asking for, that is, a part of your sacred plan, so you can navigate on how to move through this learning experience, with ease and grace, because for most of you, your childhood wounds have a major effect on you. But the thing is, you hide it from the world. You don't want the world to see that. You want the world to turn around and see that. Hold on, Aquarius. I'm sorry about it. This thing didn't even pause. No, it didn't. If y'all heard that, I'm sorry. I had to tend to my kids. Good googly wood. Sheesh. Anyway, but yeah, you bury your inner child. Possibly for some of you, you had some parents that probably stayed in two different locations, or it was something that came in between you guys. Yeah, that came in between you guys' parents, possibly before you was born, and you're just trying to figure out a resolution for yourself. But you have all the tools that you need for you to have your justice. You see what I'm saying? Most definitely. So, why is inner child healing your spirit? Why is inner child healing your spirit? Why is inner child? Because you're rejecting offers. You're shutting yourself out from the world, and you're trying. Yeah, you're saying it's like people are trying to get you possibly to go out, or you possibly could have rejected someone, or someone possibly rejected you. And ever since then, that could have been something that have stood in your way, or you feel like as a child you were rejected and really didn't have much offered to you, and possibly by the time you got into your preteens or a teenager, and people start trying to come out of the blue, it's like you did not want to budge. So for some of you, you probably grew up with your mom, but your dad wasn't there, or you grew up with your dad and your mom wasn't there. And by the time you got up in age, like between probably the age of 12 to 16, they tried to reach out to you, when you wasn't a young one no more. It's along the lines of you rejected them. You didn't want to have anything to do with them. So for some of you, it's because of your parents possibly separating before you were born, or at the time you were born but was a newborn, your mom or your dad wasn't there for you. They possibly had moved on, and when you grew up, you had resentment for this person, because this is the black and this is the white side. So once you grew up, it's like you moved forward, but it's like you haven't dealt with your shadow side. You wear this persona over here to the world, like, oh, everything's okay, but you're stern. It's like you try to be in charge, and it's as if like you try to persuade the world as if everything is okay, when deep down inside is really not. It's like you don't know how to be what you are supposed to be. And this card keeps coming out to me because you need to heal that energy. It didn't come out for your read, but it's standing out to me. You need to heal that energy. Why is inner child healing his spirit? Why is inner child healing his spirit? Why is inner child healing his spirit? I seen the 301, so y'all think about this a lot as you move forward through life. Why is healing? Yeah. For some of you, it could have been like a childhood crush that you had a crush on. It could have been, yeah, it could have been a long time lover. You two could have been together for quite some time. And It's like you two grew apart, or you two was always fighting, or is it just something wedged in between the two of you, and this is your confirmation because that is true. So, for some of you, it's a lot of different reasons as to why you hold resentment the way you do, because possibly some of you have abandonment issues as well, and that mess with your conscience. It's like you sit off. Some of you probably sit in the dark off to yourself and think about this a lot. Why didn't I have that love, that motherly love, or that fatherly love? Was I not good enough to have both parents in a household? Um, some of you even took credibility as to why your life turned out the way it turned out, but I'm here to tell you it has nothing to do with but yeah, it's like people has been trying to get you possibly to go out lately, and you've been rejecting them. You've been declining offers. You've been declining calls because all you want to do is just sit in the dark and think about your inner child wounds. For some of you, you are meditating and you are healing those inner child wounds. You see what I'm saying? Because you're digging into your deep subconscious and trying to remember back when and where and how and why. You're trying to have more understanding of the situation so you can have your own harmony and resolution to the problem. You know? Why is inner child healing? Yeah, because it's like you're stuck in your head about the situation and you're very emotional about it. It's like you'd rather be off by yourself. You definitely rather be out to yourself, stuck all in your head as to why did this happen, and that's not healthy, guys. So that's definitely not healthy. Why is inner child healing? Yeah. If you're not speaking up, you're not speaking. For some of you, you probably are researching therapeutic help, or where you can go look for therapists and stuff like that, that has a lot of accomplishments, because you have a lot of built up emotions. So for some of you, you definitely are looking up to try to find therapists that are going to turn around and that's going to help you resolve the issue. That definitely, but hold on. I'm sorry about it. Give me one more card for inner child healing real quick. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like you're trying to research, or you're possibly trying to spy and ask questions as to why. Possibly some of you is trying to find out why some of your relationships don't work. Why is it like when you make an offer to people, they reject you? Or possibly why is your life the way that it is, and it really made you be the type of person who has become, I would say, quite selfish. But you're definitely stuck in your head and your conscious as to why things did not work out between you and your parents. Like, you want to know what's the secret. And it's like when you go into relationships, you don't speak up about this, but you think a lot about this. So it's kind of like you feel like your childhood plays a role on how you go about relationships, although you don't know what kind of relationship it was your mom and your dad had. But you feel like the way you go about relationships for yourself is practically how your mom and your dad was. But if you're not asking questions and you're just sitting back doing research versus asking, then you will never know, you know, because you're keeping your heart guarded. You don't want to let anyone in, and you're filled with a lot of secrets that you're not telling anyone when it comes to your childhood trauma, and that's what's going to allow for you to heal once you speak with someone you feel as though is trustworthy, and that will deeply listen to you. Why is harmony and resolution here? Why is harmony and resolution here? Yeah. For some of you, you run away from the problem. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you run away from the problem versus you facing the problem head on. It's like you rather run from it. You would really rather run from it than run to it than to face it. Oh, excuse me, you would rather run from it than to just take it on full charge and go through this sacred plan for change. You know, it's a learning experience, but you have to go about it with ease and grace. Yes, in order for you to be able to heal this, you have to open up and have honest communication with someone about how it is that you're feeling that will deeply listen to you. And that's going to tell you the truth. But you're going to have to communicate your truth. It could be with maybe your mom told you the truth and it broke your heart, and that's possibly why you've been running from situations for so long, you know. Maybe because you feel like people have a sacred plan to hurt you. I mean, you feel like, you know, the one that you thought would be there wasn't there. So you feel like basically there's no hope left for anyone to be there, and that's not true. But you have to have honest communication about how you feel. But probably to some of you, your question is, will that person listen? Closed mouths don't get fed, so you never know. Why is harmony and resolution here, Spirit? Yeah, it's like you want to rush in and you want to communicate with someone. You've been thinking about making someone an offer. So for some of you, you've been spying on someone. Some of you possibly, maybe someone reminds you of maybe you came across someone you feel that can heal your inner child wounds and possibly has been spying on them and has been subconsciously thinking about them, but feel like there's a secret as to why you were rejected. You see what I'm saying? But possibly really could see yourself wanting to make an offer for proposal to someone. You see what I'm saying? But there's definitely someone that you're trying to fast travel to, that harmony and resolution that you want to have some type of harmony with and find a resolution to a problem that has occurred. But for some of you, either you're blocked or this person's guarded. And there's your, there you go, Aquarius. There you go. So for some of you guys, uh, there, for some of you, because I got a lot of stories here. Okay, for some of you, there is a third party that is as to the reason you feel rejected or you're rejecting this person. And you feel like they manipulated you and got all in your head, and now you're stuck in your head, and now you're spying on this person that you once were in a relationship with or is still in a relationship with. But for those of you that resonate with, this person is definitely like going to reach out to you very fast, possibly today, to make an offer for you, or there's going to be some type of fast traveling towards your person or your person towards you. Why is harmony and resolution here? Yeah, because this person has been doing some heavy and deep thinking, and it seems like all they do is think about you. Like all the other women, maybe there was a big blowout between you and this person. So now you're trying to find harmony and resolution. So possibly, okay, I'm gonna go back to the inner child healing. I believe some of you guys did have to go back and reject someone so you could face your own fears and needed some time alone with your own subconscious because you so stuck in your head about so many things, possibly thinking what could possibly thinking the worst of a situation, and now it's like you're sitting back and you're spying on this person that you possibly once were in a relationship with. I don't know if you can see those cards, but you probably once were in a relationship with this person, or is, you know, daydreaming about being in a commitment with this person, but probably fear this person would reject you. Possibly if you spoke what was on your mind or what you've been hung up on. You see what I'm saying? Because maybe some of you are in the healing stages of things or have done the inner work for yourselves. You see what I'm saying? But there is something here that was a huge blowout for you guys. There is something here that was a huge blowout for you guys. Like, and this was a divine intervention. And it's like now you want to rush back in. It's like someone wants to rush in, and someone is definitely going the other way, keeping their options open and communicating with others. Possibly that could have been one of you all's problem if someone was keeping secrets and had you fucked up and pissed you off, and that's possibly why you decided to move away because this person did have other options, even though they knew that it was something special about you that made you stand out better than the rest. And the reason I say it is because of that cup that is with the unknown out of the other six. See what I'm saying? So why? Yeah, you heard what he said. I ain't worried about no other bitch taking her spot. Why is harmony and resolution here? Why is harmony and resolution here? These two cards, honey. Okay, so someone is fighting um about a fire sign, possibly. Or this person is either, oh, okay, you're spying on someone that you were in a commitment with, possibly. And it could have been a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag, take it how it resonates. Or Warren, Pisces, or Scorpio, um, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm sorry, but this is someone that yeah, you definitely want to move forward and go to a higher level of commitment with. Um, maybe you possibly feel like there was an argument that happened in a household between you and this person, and you spoke up, and it possibly, yeah, made you two get into a huge argument. Possibly because someone was giving attention, possibly to another, and um, and that's why that person moved away from you because you had other options and they refused to be an option. That's probably why they rejected you with the Four of Cups. Um, because you was in between two worlds and they were not going to wait, and they moved on to what made them happy. Why is listen deeply here? Why is listen deeply here on this reading? Why is listen deeply for my Aquarius? Why is listen deeply here for my Aquarius? Okay. For some of you, you're worried about if this person's gonna listen to you or even hear you out. Because it's like you want to communicate to this person possibly about this moon. It's something you want to reveal about your childhood. You probably want to communicate to them about whatever happened. You see what I'm saying? And it could be because of something that happened in your childhood is the reason to why you are the way that you are because of your upbringing. And you just want this person to understand that this is all you've seen since your upcoming. This is all it is that you know. You see what I'm saying? And maybe this person is not trying to be understanding of that. But this is definitely someone who listen deeply. Okay, okay, it makes sense. Thank you, Spirit. This is someone who guardian angel. They listen to their guardian angel because they'll feel what they're saying and it will touch their heart. It will like hit home for them. You see what I'm saying? And they listen deeply to their higher self. They listen deeply to their higher self because that's why the hermit is here and listen deeply. So this is you or whomever you're dealing with listening to their higher self because if you look, the hermit is facing towards those nine of swords. So it's along the lines of, whatever your person was keeping from you or you was keeping from your person, they they're wise. You see what I'm saying? They found that out. And now it's like either you or them is in distress about the situation because this person listens deeply to their higher self and, um, decided to move away from you because they found out possibly you were having other options that you were moving on with or moving on towards or that you were stuck on being stagnant and wanting to turn around and play mind games with. And now you're left being stuck wanting a passionate beginning with this person and wanting to have partnership, with your lover. But and this is clarity right here, I love this part. But this person you don't know because they're the queen of swords. They're blunt, they're cut, and they're honest, and they will not take no shit. You see what I'm saying? And anybody can embody the queen of swords, man, woman, whoever. But who this is a spiritual person, someone who, yeah, has done their inner child healing, and you or them have that has done their inner child healing, and has now come to a place to where they have harmony and resolution within their life. And since you became more grounded, you receive downloads. That goes for this hermit card. See, you receive downloads and you listen deeply. You listen deeply to what spirit guide and what it is they be telling you. And for some of you, because you're so in tune with the most high or the high God or whoever you praise to, for those of you that believe in God, it's more along the lines of it made you move away. Possibly because it was something someone had said and it had you stuck in your head for a minute and it didn't add up and make sense. So it made you hit flight real quick and then now you're back on the market. You want to keep your options open and you're happy with communicating with other people. You see what I'm saying? And you probably got into an argument because you had did some research on what that person turned around and told you and it didn't check out. You see what I'm saying? And this could have been a relationship with someone that is your twin flame, that was your other half or divine counterpart, or however y'all look at soulmate, however y'all look at that thing. But this was definitely your person. But for some of you that was with someone or is with someone or is trying to have a more or is trying to have a turnaround in a situation with someone. You see what I'm saying? You definitely want to have a new beginning, but for some of you, it's hermit. So I feel like, okay, with the four cups and the hermit, I feel like you guys possibly aren't talking. Um, but you want to rush in and communicate with this person, but with the nine of swords you're worried that they won't listen to you because you know this person is wise. So for some of you it's like this person can't tell you, some of these people can't, some people can't how can I say? They can't piss on your leg and tell you that's wrong. You know, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Like you're not naive because, like I said, you deeply listen to your higher self, and you know your higher self, which is the Almighty God, won't ever steer you wrong. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and this is also clarity with the divine, you know, even though it's for a passion in the beginning, but if you look, this is also the divine that's giving you that aha moment, clarity. You see what I'm saying? Like, and someone be worried about that because they can't get over on you because you are hey man, you too much, you plugged in with the divine, so it ain't nothing a person can tell you, man nor woman can turn around and tell you that you're gonna be gullible for, because you're nowhere near gullible. You see what I'm saying? You're not naive, you're wise. You see what I'm saying? Wise, listen deeply here, Holy Spirit. Wise, listen. Wise. Yeah, possibly you moved away from this person, wanting to, like that song saying. For some of you, this person or you call judgment on the situation. Like once you turn around because you so wise, man, because you on your shit, you know, you hate it possibly to have to pull back on this person or whatever the case of the matter may have to be. But for some of you, you know, you're wise. Like, you ain't finna play me, bro. And if you try to play me for some money, you damn sure got me fucked up. Like, no, get it how you live, pimp, because you ain't finna get it out of her. You better go milk a turnip, because you sure ain't finna get it up out of here. But yeah, you call judgment on a situation that someone tried to get over on you. You see what I'm saying? But you was like, nah, pimp. Nah, I got options, pimp. I don't need this. I'm out of here, pimp. I got options. Yeah, you thought. You see what I'm saying? Skirt. All I heard was tire marks. Skirt. You got the hell. You got the hell on. Like, literally got the hell on. You know? Wise, listen deeply here, spirit. Yeah. Now this person, you temperance. I feel like the guardian angel. Yep. See, your guardian angel came and gave you that wisdom that something was going on behind your back, that something wasn't right, and it told you that, look, man, hold that counter over there in that dark area and watch what I expose to you. You see what I'm saying? And you listen because you listen deeply. It got exposed and you was able to call judgment and catch it just in time. You know what I'm saying? And you communicated to this person, you know, what the hell it was you discovered with the page of swords down there. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? What's that saying? Um, I ain't even finna try to script no Bible verse. Let me keep going, child. And yeah, and when you did that, for some of you, you know, you had to break away from the situation. For real. Cause once you told this person what it was, once you spoke up, now this person thinking, like, damn, was that a good decision? Was that a good choice to do that? For some of y'all, this person was just cute to somebody else, and now they just like, damn, was I supposed to do that? Damn, did I just fuck up my happiness with wanting to talk to and have other options? Did I just fuck that up? Yeah, cause now it's gonna be like, um, cause now it's gonna be like, goddamn, shit. It's gonna be like trying to get ice water in hell for some of y'all. Wise, listen deeply here, Holy Spirit. Wise, listen deeply here, Holy Spirit. For my Aquarius. Wise, listen deeply here, Holy Spirit. Wise, listen deeply here, Holy Spirit. Wise, listen deeply here, Holy Spirit. For my Aquarius. Wise, listen deeply here for my Aquarius, Holy Spirit. Yeah. For some of y'all, this is a commitment that y'all walked away from, and I see the Eight of Swords right here. I mean, Eight of Swords. You feel me? The Eight of Cups right here. I'm sorry. For some of y'all, it could have been 8 years, 8 months that you've been with this person. Hell, y'all could have even, just met and was talking for 8 days, and you find out this person already was trying to play mind games on you until you looked them up on Facebook and seen this motherfucker was in a whole committed relationship. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like this person had you like stuck in your head, like what? And then try to reach out to you, and that's probably when you rejected his ass. You see what I'm saying? So, but for some of y'all, this was definitely a relationship. For some of y'all, it was definitely a commitment, a long term commitment, or a slow moving process of a commitment, or possibly someone was slow to commit, and that's probably why you or them had walked away. Excuse me, because someone was taking their precious time. Why is listen deeply here, Holy Spirit? Give me one more card for listen deeply. Give me one more card for listen deeply, Holy Spirit. Give me one more card for listen deeply. Yep. For some of y'all got betrayed by this person. Because it's like this person was being selfish in this relationship. Possibly all y'all did was argue. You see what I'm saying? And you probably feel like you was more happier on your own anyway, because you had other options that was all that you had. It's like some of you already had other options that you knew could be a good candidate that would actually give you the emotions it is that you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? Because it's along the lines of, yeah, this is something that came to an end with the Ten of Swords. So it either came to an end, or you just definitely feel betrayed, and now you're finding you got wisdom that someone was in and out of the situation with the Temperance cards, and something was unbalanced. And then with the Page of Swords, you did some digging and you found out that this person was in another long-term commitment with someone else, and you feel betrayed by what it is you found out. And now you probably severed ties with this person and feel like you're more better off single and exploring your options and traveling. For some of you, it's along the lines of this person's trying to come up with a harmonious resolution to come back in, but it's like one's, like I said earlier, one's coming in, one's going out, because this person definitely, there's definitely conflict in the situation. So it's like what once used to be happy is happy no longer, because now I see the Five of Wands down here, and that's confrontation. And with the way it came out, some of you could have a jealous spouse that does nothing but spy on you and speak on everything, and always want to have you possibly stuck in a damn house, and it's like want to shut you out from the world and don't really want you communicating with people and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in an abusive relationship, it's none of my business. But they got people out here that help for that. But yeah, you definitely, cause I did see the Chariot. So you do probably got somebody that try to be in control and authoritative and everything in every way. That's always spying on your every move. That's spying on your account. That's just shit, insecure. Hey, that's what I'm a damn call it. Insecure. That's exactly what a person would be doing. That's insecure. Is trying to stop you from living your life and stop you from moving on, because they're insecure, and some of y'all dealing with somebody that you're moving away from that did have other options and did go back and reconcile with people in their past and dip their toe in the water, and y'all argued about that. Or some of y'all be arguing, about leaving. It's like when you pull away is when this person wants to come in. You see what I'm saying? And for some of y'all done took heed with the Hermit card and done went within and meditated and done got so goddamn grounded to where it's like, look, bro, some of y'all done outgrew the situation. for those of you who are in a relationship, because not all y'all in a relationship. Some of y'all is, and some of y'all aren't. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all fine to see if somebody in another relationship, and some of y'all aren't. Some of y'all possibly fine, want to come in to fight for your happiness in a relationship that you've been in for quite some time, but it has ended with this 10 of Swords. Because 10 represents definite ending, and it's like the person that has betrayed you, for those of you who are in a relationship, do want to come and offer you an apology and their emotions and whatnot. Clarify sacred plan. This person is masterminding, making up their mind on what it is they want to do. Definitely, this is someone who's stern. Someone is going to have a plan that they're going to take control of. So someone is going in hermit mode, trying to concoct. For some of you, you could be dealing with the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Um, I see a lot of water and air down here. So, you can either have it in your chart, or you can take it how it resonates. But for some of you, this person that you are being stern on, you're definitely justice is definitely gonna work out in your favor, because for most of you, you put your foot down. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, maybe since you're sticking to your guns, this person is now evolving, and is trying to have some kind of circuit plan. But if you look at this person is evolving. It's like they're going in. Possibly, you doing this to this person is making this person go in and heal their inner child wound. You see what I'm saying? So they can come back and give you a better harmony and resolution of a situation. But the question is, will you listen to them deeply after they've turned around, and when you have ease and grace, if they come to you with honest communication? You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, people, for those of you that have been hurt in a relationship, and we've all been there, because they always say love is pain and pain is love. That's like saying that you got all good but have no bad, which we all know is no such thing. There's no such thing as having the good and not having the bad. There's no such thing as having the bad and not having the good. The question is, like New Edition said, can you stand the rain? What are your boundaries? What will you and won't you tolerate? You see what I'm saying? Why is sacred plan here, Spirit? Why is sacred plan here, Spirit? Why is sacred plan here, Spirit? Why is sacred plan? Yep. Cause it's like, look, honey, it's like you're more passionate by yourself, looking at your own accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Fulfilling your own needs, fulfilling your own wants and wishes, and just being more wrapped up and in tune with yourself, and how you're gonna plan out your life, and how you're gonna make your next move be your best move. Cause 2021 about boss shit. Understand me? Why is like a plan here for? Yeah, and you're gonna hear some good news too, possibly for some of you about a financial gain. So some of you probably have been out of work. You know what I'm saying? Have been rejected from your job or laid off from your job. And for some of you, you're gonna receive some good news about some type of financial gain that you've been expecting, or that you've been waiting for, that the divine has been sacredly planning for you. You see what I'm saying? And it's definitely going to end up being a new beginning for you. Why is sacred playing here, Spirit? 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 Yeah. You're gonna be guarded. You're gonna be guarded. You're gonna be unsure if this is your new beginning, if this is your grand moment, if this the moment that you've been waiting for. But with the Emperor, that's the big guy. That's the divine himself. Or like I said, whoever you believe in, telling you that I've had a sacred plan for you this entire time. Yes, this is your new beginning. I'm giving you clarity. Like you ain't gotta take my word for it because one thing about it, two things for sure. My reading gonna confirm itself. I promise you, baby. I guarantee you that. And this is the big guy giving me this wisdom to tell you, Aquarius, that this will be your new beginning, and you going and you're gonna hear nothing but good stuff. Like this is your year. You know what I'm saying? This is your year to be hearing nothing but back to back to back to back to back to back the good stuff. And it's like it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna have you so stuck and stagnant. It's gonna have you be like, no, no. It's gonna have you second guessing. It's gonna have you doubting it, but and it's gonna have you like stuck. You see what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you now, baby, that the big guy is telling you that your time and your ships are here. It's gonna it's gonna confuse you. It's gonna confuse you. It's gonna have you second guessing it. You understand me? It really is gonna confuse you and have you second guessing everything because you you've done healing or you're doing the healing. When you started rejecting people and set your ass in that dark and consciously like stay stuck in the damn house wanting to sit up here and research and find out within yourself what it is you had going on. For some of you Aquarius that has went in and did the work, or for some of you that have moved away from toxic situations that were no longer serving you, baby, the divine is here by you. I'm here to tell you that the divine is here by you. I promise you the divine is here. Give me two more cards. For some of you, you walked away and took your emotions back from a relationship. Because here's Eight of Cups. Because someone was trying to be over authoritative in your life. You know, they tried to run every damn thing. What you doing? Where you going? How you like? Where you going? How you getting there? Like all that shit there. For some of y'all got tired of being controlled, like monitored. Like nigga, I'm 25, not 5. Shit. Yeah. Why is sacred playing here? Why is sacred playing here, spirit? Why is sacred playing? For some of you, you probably fought in front of a child. It could have been a son. Yep. Because you was willing to turn around and take that leap. Spirit is telling you to take that leap, for this is your brand new beginning. Don't second guess yourself. Take the leap. Take the leap. Take the leap. And because I'm giving you this reading, this is how priestess. She who knows best. She who knows all. It's gonna be a financial gain. I'm telling you. Wise learning experience here, spirit. For some of y'all dealt with a player. Aries, Leo, Sag. That probably stabbed you in your back. And now I want to come and have a brand new beginning. For some of y'all, you like, I'm good. You cut that player out because they want to be so in and out your life and be this lover boy. Some of y'all definitely dealing with an air sign. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of y'all definitely dealing with an air sign who or have strong permanent air in their chart who did not want to give you this partnership. You know, you see how you looking at the Pentacles like, damn, I got this, but I want to be greedy. I want to keep getting. I want to just have. I'm surprised the damn four Pentacles didn't come out here. Why is learning experience here? Yeah, because this also goes back to something about childhood healing. So this could have been someone who's seen it. Some of you could have seen your mom or your dad be a player or just seen them play around a lot and possibly could have thought that that was your way of life until you grew up and possibly realized that you do want a family. You do want a family You see what I'm saying? You do want to be happy. You do want a relationship that's going to stand the test of time. So possibly for some of you, or for some of them, whoever you're dealing with, maybe they felt like they had to, maybe here they felt like they had to go in and change something about themselves because what they was doing and how they was doing with deceiving people in their emotions is not getting them nowhere. If anything, it had them looking like a damn fool, want to sit out here and be damn guarded when the only thing people was trying to do was show this person some love. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like what they're saying is, you never miss what you had till your well run dry. So some of y'all most definitely gonna cut this person out, but some of y'all gonna also have a new beginning with somebody in your past. And if that be the case, you damn sure be careful because this person is most definitely gonna work to get you pregnant and have you stood. And this is the truth. Okay. Why is learning experience here? I believe this goes back to inner child healing as well. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have a brand new beginning. So this is possibly someone in your past that you cut off is very emotional, someone that was in love with you, but I'm gonna take it as someone that very emotional because y'all broke up. You took a break from this person. You took a break from this person. Mhm. Mhm. And this person possibly was your wish fulfillment. You see what I'm saying? But you had to cut this person off because probably of their player ways. This person, it doesn't have to be a fire sign that was a player. You know, all the signs that are out here, people got every different element within a chart. Some people just decide to use certain elements more strongly than the other ones versus them getting intact with the other elements being grounded. You know, they'll stick to one element within themselves. Like me, I'm a Leo, but I have a Taurus moon and a Capricorn North Node. And everybody know earth signs are, humble. So it's all about balancing out the scales. And why is learning experience here? Spirit. Why is learning experience here, Spirit? Why is learning experience here? Yeah. For some of you, you're gonna have a new beginning, and for some of y'all gonna goddamn, whew, gonna have some money that's gonna make you happy, but it's gonna break the one who you left that was trying to be sneaky hard. I'm gonna tell you why, because the wheel is turning in your favor, and it's protecting you from that damn devil and that snake. I understand that. Ooh, I wish I could be an Aquarius right now. Good goodness. Give me two more cards for learning experience. Yeah, and it came out reverse. You're not stuck no more. You ain't stuck no more. You finna go after your brand new beginning. Yeah, and there's definitely gonna be an offer. Definitely. Probably from the same person because yeah, the same person gonna try to make you an offer and try to want to come back and heal this Aquarius. Oh wow. Give me one. I really just want one more card. Just one more card. They're manifesting you, the one supposed to be working with. One more card for learning experience. One more. Yeah, because some of y'all, this was a family dynamic with the Ten of Cups. So this person's probably gonna come and propose to you. So for some of y'all, because you've gotten unstuck, or this person is becoming unstuck in their player ways, they want to come and is manifesting a victory with you. Promise you that. And have a new cycle because you close out one cycle, now they want to turn around and start another. And work on this connection with you and collaborate with you. For some of y'all, they were playing you, and your intuition turned around and told you, mm-mm. Some of y'all got strong intuition, and some of y'all also got Leo in your chart. Definitely, definitely. Why is unseen communication here, Spirit? Why is understanding communication here for Aquarius spirit? Yeah, for some of y'all, it was about a fallout that you had with someone that you was. For some of y'all was married and had a fallout. So some of y'all could have either divorced this person or separated from this person. You see what I'm saying? But all of this was the divine sacred plan is what I'm feeling and what I'm hearing. So definitely y'all took a break from each other. Yeah. Yeah, y'all took a break from each other. Because this person probably had to get their feelings in line and you had to get your emotions in line. So I'm telling you, some of y'all must be dealing with a Capricorn, but some of these cards came out in Capricorn reads too. For real. A lot of these. So some of y'all is definitely probably dealing with the earth sign. Why is unseen communication here, spirit? Yeah, this person's finna come bring you an apology. You see what I'm saying? And it's like you're waiting on it. For most of you, you knew it. You see what I'm saying? But when this person come back, they're broke and burdened. And for some of your intuition is telling you this. Some of y'all, maybe a fire sign is coming back to y'all. Mm-mm. Now that you up on your high horse and you have risen from the ashes, you know what I'm saying? That's when they always want to come back. When they doubted you and they thought you weren't gonna be here no shit, that's when they always come back, eh? And right when I said that, it's 1 minute. uh-uh. Why is unseen communication here, spirit? But it's like it's gonna be fickle. So it's like this person probably gonna turn around and tell you. It's like they're thinking about giving you, I would say, like a fickle ass apology, but the truth. It's like they're gonna offer you, like, I want to say a white lie, like bits and pieces of the truth. You see what I'm saying? This is really how I feel, or this person is emotionally immature and doesn't know how to tell the truth. And now this person has been doing some thinking about telling you the truth. You see what I'm saying? Because they know you'll cut their ass off if you don't, because you gonna use your discernment, which is your sword, because you're so well rounded and grounded with source. This person cannot get over on you, and they know that, man. So they know. Why is understanding communication here? Yeah, because you don't drop them burdens. Yeah, and the divine made you do it. You don't drop them burdens. You don't drop them burdens. Understand me? Yes, you don't drop them burdens. Now this person praying and manifesting that to have victory with you. They're praying for you. You see what I'm saying? Cause you don't close that cycle. You don't close that cycle. For some of y'all like, I'm happy being single, traveling and talking to other people. Some of y'all, it's a wrap. Period. Period, sis. Period with the T at the end. Period. Understand me? Period. Why is understanding communication here, spirit? 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 For some of y'all, this person is definitely a Libra, or you have Libra in your chart, or some of y'all are dealing with a Libra, but this person definitely wants to come since you done dropped their burden with a emotionally immature ass. Now this person wants to have justice with you because they done some thinking, and again, they're praying that they could move forward victoriously with you. Hell, some of y'all, it probably was a damn Aries or a fire sign that did this to y'all. I mean, it really, you got everybody down here: air, water, fire. So earth, wind, fire, and air. So you really could be resonating with any of this with anybody. Also, some of y'all probably is getting news that you're pregnant and you don't possibly know how to explain that as well, because it may not be with the one that you were with. And some of you is praying, some of you is also going through depression stages of suicidal thoughts, and because you feel like you don't have no one to deeply listen to you, but the divine is letting you know that they are here with you, or yeah, they're here with you. Some of you are definitely, because I see the nine of swords and I see the ten of swords. So some of y'all have and you're going in hermit mode. And for those of you who have had someone that passed away, that you was with for quite some time, and you feel like that was the only one who deeply listened to you, for one, I'm sorry, and I send out my condolences to you. But suicidal thoughts is not the way to go, baby girl or baby boy. I promise you, because that is definitely not it. And some of y'all have definitely made up your mind. But I'ma pray for you too after this read. But um, some of y'all possibly have gotten some type of communication with this moon card in the four of wands. Probably some of y'all could have went to the doctor for a checkup, and the news that you got enlightened with has you stressed. um I don't see the empress down here about no pregnancy, so maybe y'all got some news, some bad news, um that's health challenging, that's definitely gonna affect your health probably for some long period of time. I'm hearing AIDS, so probably some of y'all find out y'all got AIDS, or some of y'all find out y'all got herpes. Um, cause you got the tennis. Oh my gosh, if you do got AIDS, I'm sorry. Wrap it up, wrap it up. But yeah, and some of y'all probably is why also y'all don't want to be bothered. Probably y'all researching up the antibiotics and how people survived it and was happy behind the situation. So possibly some of y'all in conflict about your happiness now and feeling like possibly somebody else in a relationship had turned around and gave it to you, and you're like feeling betrayed and backstabbed and wondering how could the hell they do this to you. Give you that die slow. Yeah, for some of y'all, it got you feeling like a fool, like emotions somewhere, everywhere, every which a damn way. For some of y'all, don't think about jumping off on bridge. Don't do that. It's not too much of a world. I mean, who am I to say that? Because I'm not in your shoes, so it's easier said than done when that's not you. But you know, everyone has free will, but I feel like God make no mistakes because it's a learning experience. You feel what I'm saying? So you could be the enlightenment to help other people's lives. So yeah, that probably was your sacred plan for people to listen to you deeply, about wanting to take better precautions about having safe sex. You see what I'm saying? But definitely there was some fast communication that came in uh, with some results that were hidden that came in the nine of swords that had you stressed with the news that you got enlightened with. So yeah, it's also how am I gonna say this? I don't want to say this. Some of y'all may have someone that gets called home, or you may have, like I said, I probably said it earlier, experience a death, and if you haven't, you are going to experience a death. It's been a long time coming. So if you haven't experienced it, that's definitely going to stress you out as well, of the deals that you're going to have some kind of enlightenment news on. But just know that this person is they're going to be in heaven. Just know that they're going to a better place. And that's probably another reason why some of you guys are going to be stressing as well, because of either because someone has died or someone is going to possibly be passing, and that's the news that's going to come in fast that you're also going to also hear. And for some of you, you're definitely not going to want to be bothered by no one, because like I said, it was someone that you possibly was close to. You feel what I'm saying? For some of you, it could have been someone that was, being your stability for a long ass time. You see what I'm saying? And now you're looking at the situation like, what am I gonna do now? How am I gonna make ends meet? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? But once you get your emotions under their control, it was the sacred plan of the Holy Ghost. You see what I'm saying? And it's all gonna work out for your favor, baby girl or baby boy. So just know everything is gonna be A1. You did. Lord, give me one more for honesty and communication. I said one. Oh my gosh. I'm continuing. Lord, give me one more for honesty and communication. Give me one more for honesty and communication. Give me one more for honesty and communication. Yeah, this person is, since you dropped that burden and you walked away from this person, and then that's kind of funny that I was seeing when I said that. This person has done nothing but been trying to manifest you since you done walked away from them and got in your car and drove the fuck off and distanced yourself from this person. It's like you left them with their thoughts. It's like you left them with their thoughts of how much of a fulfillment you actually was to them. So that person was satisfied with you. You were stable. You were nurturing. You were caring. You was everything that they be swearing this card represents. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to go through all that because y'all reading already like an hour and some change. So yeah, and this person's transition from being cold and detached as well. So that's definitely an Aquarius. So some of y'all could have been dealing with an Aquarius who was cold and attached, but there's definitely a transformation that's taking place behind it, because this person feel like you're their guardian angel. You see what I'm saying? And they do want to come towards you because they feel bound towards you. And it's definitely obsessed with your ass. Mm. Why is ease and grace? Yeah, this person want to come in with ease and grace, basically, with this family dynamic, because they're waiting. They've been waiting. They've been pondering. They've been thinking, but most importantly, they've been waiting. Yeah, and they've been holding on tight. Now, for some of you, and for some of y'all holding back. Some of y'all don't sit out here and say, for some of y'all, it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't, with the Seven of Pentacles. So some of y'all are looking back at the investments that you put into this situation as well. And for some of you, that's why you're deciding to hold back and ghost this person and not change your mind and go ahead and, move forward. But for some of y'all, this person is holding on at the thought of you being in their future because they hold you close in their heart. Now, for some of y'all, you're not gonna change your mind, and you are going to, move forward from this dynamic. But for those of you who aren't, and you are pondering and reconsidering the thought, that's your card. That's y'all decision. That's on you. You see what I'm saying? But some of y'all, this person was probably once stuck in between both worlds, but they're gonna end up choosing you and leave whatever that was behind. Ease and grace. Holy Spirit, why is ease and grace here, Holy Spirit? Why is ease and grace here, Holy Spirit? Yeah, because in y'all relationship, this person was being sneaky as hell. You see what I'm saying? And you was the one that was going about the situation with ease and grace. And the only thing this person wanted to do was goddamn have you in third parties and shit, collaborate with other motherfuckers and stuff like that. And keep you a damn secret. So you said, alright, bitch, I'll be single. Or this person was pretending to be single Why with you? You know what I'm saying? Out here being with other motherfuckers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got time for this. And I ain't gonna lie, probably how some of y'all end up getting an STD because of another third party. So this kind of does make sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like they snuck and brought. It's like they snuck out with someone else and then brought you back something else after sneaking with someone else. And then once they gave it to you, want to sneak the hell off, but look back at the same time, knowing damn well they don't fuck your ass up. Some of y'all plotting on get back. I don't blame you. Why is Eve and Grace here, Holy Spirit? Why is Eve and Grace here, Holy Spirit? Eve and Grace. Yeah. For some of y'all, this person definitely wants to collab and come back and have a celebration because of the strong bond they have with you. For some of y'all, y'all could be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, definitely. So this person wants to come into the situation even great. It's like they wanna. It's like they're sneaking from one scenario to another, or this person could just be how can I say it? This person could just be why the seven of swords here? They're sneaking away from someone else. Yeah, this is someone else that they're trying to sneak away from to come to you. So for some of y'all, this person is dealing with the water sign of Cancer to be exact. And it's like they trying to sneak from under this person's control. You know, and this could have been somebody that had gotten the third party with, because I seen them with earth, air, and water over here. So, you know, you take it how it resonates. But y'all, some of y'all detect. And this is an Aquarius. So, for some of you, it's like, man, you got me fucked up. Like, you put an end to that shit. Like, I'm good. I'm good on my own, love. I can accomplish more that way. And you said, fuck it. You love yourself too much to go out that bad. Mm. You would just stand on your own and collect your money and, you know, hold off from the world and goddamn be selfish because you feel like people ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? So I wait. I'm good. Give me two more cards for Eve and Grace, Holy Spirit. Yeah. This person, this person, this person went after the shiny thing. They anything that satisfied them, they would go for it. So whatever looks shiny, like if a girl walks with a fat ass, oh, I want to smash her. You feel what I'm saying? Because this person, possibly their childhood traumas, is that they were codependent. You see what I'm saying? Like, because it's probably all they seen their parent, they dad do was juggle two women at one time. You see what I'm saying? And they mama just be at home abundant and shit, or maybe they mama had another goddamn lover. You see what I'm saying? And then goddamn they'll tear it off and then goddamn try to heal the damn situation. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause this person is definitely looking back in their damn past. Cause this person definitely has a whole ego problem. But yeah. One more card, Spirit. One more card, Spirit. Yeah. You close out this cycle. You ended this cycle because you would rather have. You see how this man looks so peaceful? It's like you would rather have peace than to have someone who wants to. It's like quicksand. It's like time is really running out. So time has done ran out plentiful. So you would just rather have peace. You know what I'm saying? because you know, and you just gonna focus on your money. Yep. Work on your money, work on your coins. So, give you a romance oracle card, and we're gonna get ready and be closing you out, Aquarius. If this resonate with any of you, please support your girl channel. Go like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up by any means. So right when I said that shit, I'm sorry about that, y'all. Holy Spirit, what romance oracle cards do my Aquarius need to close out their reading? What romance oracle card do they need? You have love yourself first. Yup. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. That goes because a lot of you have went in and you've done that work, you've done that healing, and it was a sacred plan. When you decided to shut the world out and work on yourself, that was the sacred plan because it was part of your learning experience. You see what I'm saying? Because you know the divine, if you listen deeply, when you listen deeply to the divine and his sacred plan, because you got the knowledge that everything is a learning experience and you took that with ease and grace, he's going to honestly communicate with you. You see what I'm saying? What other romance oracle? Harmony and resolution. Okay, you have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So it's harmony and resolution. But some is being affected by codependency issues. Listen deeply. Why is listen deeply here, Holy Spirit? Give me a romance oracle card for you, people. Okay. Okay, okay. You have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Give me three more. Give me three more romance oracle card spirit. Give me three more. Okay, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. That's an earth spirit. In chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. And you have the last one, stay optimistic. Really what came out, ease and grace. I'm gonna put that at the bottom. Okay, here it is. Ease and grace, heart to heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Alright, let's give you affirmationer to confirm what the Lord is about to have play out in your life if it haven't already. But yeah, y'all must say if this resonates with y'all in any shape, way, or form, please go subscribe to your girl channel. So you will know every time I post a video for you, it's probably gonna be this long. And then again, I'm hoping not. But then again, who am I to say how long the divine needs to talk to me for you all? So, and if you would like a personal reading, I'ma add that in my description box how you are to do that, followed by my cash app. I'm only charging $45. I didn't tell Capricorn this, but I'ma just put everything in the description box if you all would like a personal read and how you're all able to can get in contact with me. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry about it. Let me get your affirmation. So I can close this out because my kids and them. It says story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I chose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that pl- plaza plaza prize for the best inner Monogamy? I gotta do this shit right. What other messages do you have? What other messages do you have? What other what other messages do you have, Spirit, as an affirmation of goals this life? What other messages? So some of y'all was meant to go through this journey to learn how to love yourself as well. Okay, you have nature. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. See, so now some of y'all need to start rejecting people and start taking your ass out that damn house. Okay, and just yeah. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug trees. You may think they're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree hugging and stuff, but you'll find that excuse me, that even then those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before iron, and these earnestness is and privilege to our jaded humans. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. Engagement. What? It's a chemistry code, and it's a reconciliation. So some of y'all can't come back and propose. Okay, fine. And today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. Okay, there goes for some of y'all that's definitely gonna end up being single from this situation that said, nah, I'm good. Strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs. Wherever the dog was. Mm. And maybe walk around barefoot for a while. She posted it. If I'm not inside a 7-Eleven, at the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. That's cute. Any more messages, Spirit, before I close out this reading? Any more? Any more before I close out this reading? For Aquarius. Any more before I close out this reading for Aquarius? Alright, these gonna be like the last three. This one is no need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do laundry. So that goes back to y'all where I said when the divine's gonna start making the right blessings in your life and you want to start second guessing. Don't do it because you gonna have what? Options. Yeah. It says, as I open to the abundance, possibilities of my life path, I'm reminded that I always have ultimate options. I'm sorry, unlimited options. Life is a buffet. Some of y'all dealing with a Capricorn. I'm telling y'all, because it came out Capricorn reading. But life is like a buffet, and I always, no, that's on the side. I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts. You can't put mac and cheese. I'm gonna read this shit all over again because I just fucked y'all the affirmation all the way up, and I'm so sorry. Options. As I open to abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I always allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. And this is follow your heart. So some of y'all need to listen to your heart, or your person is listening to their heart. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. So, Aquarius, this has been you guys' reading. I pray and hope that it resonates with you. Leave me a comment at the bottom if it does. With your girl, Sorceress, Goddess Tarot. Bye.